Also, I just love Jim Hopper because he's a stud.
He's a thick boy. Today, Mikaela, in honor of Father's Day, which is coming up, we will be ranking our top 5 favorite TV dads.
So my number 5 is actually not ranked on the ranker list. It's Louis Hung from Fresh Off the Boat, played by Randall Park, and I feel like he just embodies such a good like 90s dad character. He kind of is like a character where it's like his head's always in the clouds, he's very naive, like, and I think he is what you would be to our kids, where it's like, you are the sure kids, let's build a roller coaster, and I'm the no.
Which is really the parent dynamic of most TV shows, is the dad's a mumbling, oh, what does the dad say? He's always in trouble with the mom. She runs a tight ship, and he nails it, I guess.
Yeah, he's a boy dad, they have a minivan, and they just live their best little 90s life. I love it. I think Randall Park is great.
So my number 5 is number 22 on the ranker.com list. He's an adoptive father. It's Jim Hopper from Stranger Things. He's one of those guys where I just kind of always want to be around him, and if he's my father, so be it. He's like Indiana Jones, but much more huggable. The reason why he's the number 5 father for me really comes down to the final scene of the last season of Stranger Things. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but when they're reading his letter to 11 and they're playing Heroes, I cry every time. And you know, I love watching stuff and crying, so I've rewatched that scene so many times. I love a good tough dad, and he is a tough dad. He is the definition of maybe don't date his daughter. It's just not worth it. He's also a cop. Oh no, who's gonna investigate this crime? Him.
What is he gonna do? Handle it.
He's gonna handle it.
So my number 4, again, was not on the ranker list, unless I missed it.
Off book.
George Lopez. I loved the George Lopez show growing up. Like I'm a big George Lopez fan. I think his character in the show is like a very realistic dad. Like with his daughter, he's really overbearing and he's loud, and you know, he takes care of his mom. And plus, I kind of always felt like he was part of my family, considering how many times I woke up in the middle of the night to his face jumping across the TV screen, the lowrider. It's like, hey George.
He's sort of comfort food for you.
Yes, yeah, he kind of is like, I feel like I know him. I feel like we're family.
Which is what a good father should be. I actually never watched the George Lopez show, but I can see him being a very good father. He's a very funny man. Okay, so my number 4 is number 62. It's Frank Costanza from Seinfeld. George Costanza's father in Seinfeld. Of all the people who have ever been a dad on TV, he is the funniest, or the second funniest, depending on my list, TV dad ever. He's the creator of Festivus. It's a holiday for the rest of us.
At the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And he has one of my favorite lines of all time. You're not the only one improving yourself.
I worked out with a dumbbell yesterday. I feel vigorous.
God, Frank Costanza is one of the best characters ever. Yeah.
You see, I never watched Seinfeld or anything. That was one of those shows where it's like, kind of dismissed me.
I'm not saying we should watch Seinfeld, but we should watch a Best of Frank Costanza. It's its own show entirely, and he is fantastic every time.
My number 3, again, this is the last one I promise, it's not ranked.
You are going off book.
My number 3 is Victor Baxter from That's So Raven. He has one of the biggest career like jumps in TV, where he goes from, he owns the Chill Grill to he's now the White House chef in Cory in the House. He's again like that goofy Disney Channel dad. He's a very involved dad, because I feel like in Disney a lot, they kind of like don't always show the parents that much, but he is like a very like prominent character.
3 for 3, a show I never watched. I never watched
You
That's So
didn't
Raven.
watch That's So Raven?
I was like not allowed to watch Disney Channel growing up. Oh, snap! I do remember though Cory in the House coming out. I didn't know the previous plot. I was like, what's this kid doing in the White House?
Yeah.
Like, okay, his dad's the head chef. I'm from DC. That doesn't mean the kid can hang out in the White House. Cory cost these taxpayers a lot of money. So my number 3 is number 76 on the ranker.com list, Randy Marsh. So Randy Marsh is the dad in South Park. It's hard for me to really bottle it down to like, Randy always does this, because there's so many different ridiculous episodes, but from, you know, he's secretly the Australian pop singer award. I guess the best dad moment he has is there's a whole episode which centers around Stan is playing in the Little League World Series, and so Randy Marsh trains to be the dad who can kick all the other dads' ass.
Come on, let's go. I'm right here. I thought this was America.
So he's my number 3.
So my number 2 is Ranker's number 22, which is Jim Hopper, of course.
Yeah.
I put him higher because I have a soft spot for like the adoptive dad situation. I just think it's like, he's just a good guy. But also I just love Jim Hopper because he's a stud.
He's a thick boy.
He's the definition of like, he's a man, but it's like, he just seems so cuddly. He was my favorite character in the entire show.
He's so cool.
But I love him, yeah. And I just love it. It's like, yeah, he's an adoptive dad and he's protective. Love him.
So my number 2 is what I'm guessing is your number 1. And it's number 2 on the overall ranker list. It's Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. He is really the archetype of like the TV dad who is basically one of the kids. Like you always have a good joke of like the mom getting mad at the kids and the dad.
Okay, that's disgusting. Stop it.
Hey, save some of that bossing people around for the office, lady.
That is Phil Dunphy in a nutshell. If you want to know why Phil Dunphy is the number 2 TV dad of all time, just watch the pilot episode when they're introducing him. His quote when you introduce him is, "I'm a cool dad."
I'm hip. I surf the web. I text. LOL. Laugh out loud. OMG. Oh my God. WTF. Why the face?
And then they cut to him dancing to High School Musical. So good. Yeah, he's my number 2. I'm betting he's your number 1.
He is my number 1. Yes, Phil Dunphy is my number 1. I just think you can't beat him. He is just such a good, strong character on his own.
Yes.
And I always love the Valentine's Day episodes where he's Clyde.
Clive Bixby.
He's just one of the best written dads ever. He's sweet, he cares about everyone, he just wants to make his wife and kids happy and love them, but he's just Phil Dunphy.
He's Phil Dunphy. Probably one of my favorite quotes that we quote all the time is when he's talking about his wife to his wife who's playing another character, and he's like, she's always making lists. And then Claire gets like offended.
Maybe if you did them, she wouldn't be so tired.
He's like, no.
She can make lists for days.
And that is one of the best, that's one of the hardest hitting lines like ever in TV. So my number 1 was number 10 on the Ranker.com list. If you saw the Mother's Day episode, you probably saw this coming. It's Alan Matthews from Boy Meets World.
Okay.
The reason why he is the number 1 TV dad, one scene comes to mind. So there was an episode where Sean Hunter is basically kind of taken in by like a cult. The episode ends with Corey and his parents and Mr. Feeney, the cult guy, and Sean basically all being at like this hospital. And the cult leader tries to go at Alan, and he immediately shifts from like, hey guys, let's be cool, to just shoving him against the wall. And I'm just gonna read this quote, and it might make me cry. A judgment I made a long time ago is that Sean Hunter is the best friend that my kid ever had.
And I will kill to protect Sean Hunter from people like you.
It's one of those scenes where it's like, that's what you want to happen when you're watching the show, but so rarely in like TV or movies do they actually let that happen. If there was ever a TV dad that raised me, it would be Alan Matthews. All right, guys, so those were our top 5 favorite TV dads. If we missed any of your favorites, let us know in the comments, or better yet, just head over to the list on Ranker.com and vote to get your favorites to the top. And of course, make sure you let us know in the comments which of us you think had the best list, or
Who's on top?
who is on top. Bye, guys.